Hello, good afternoon. It's Saturday the 27th of June 2026, and today I'm here to have a look and a walk around these beautiful gardens here and I don't think it says it on the map there, but I'm at Newby Hall in North Yorkshire. And there's the hall, there's the house. You can actually have a guided tour around the house, but I don't think they allow photography, and it is only a guided tour because the house is still, and I suppose the gardens as well, are still private, but they do open them up. And it's a lovely attraction around here up in, I think we're in North Yorkshire. So just kind of north of Harrogate, not far from Ripon here. So Newby Hall. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just turned, and there's the entrance and there's the exit. So there's a shop there, and that's your visitor centre. There's lots of information in there about the house and the family, etc., and the grounds themselves. So I've been studying that map for the past 4 or 5 minutes trying to work out a route, but as usual I think I'm just going to play it by ear. If I see somewhere that looks interesting, nice and colourful, lots of plants out, then I'll probably go off on a tangent and go along different paths. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy these walks. Trying to bring you beautiful Britain at its best. And today is an absolutely fantastic day. Temperature is about 27 Celsius, which is kind of mid-80s Fahrenheit, I think. So we've got a lovely white garden there. I think I'll finish when I've done a walk. The restaurant is over there, so I think I'll finish over there. But we have an orchard here. There's some lovely carnations there. Look at them, big magnolia there. So we have a lovely orchard here. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful white clematis there. And then the white climbing hydrangea, and then the lovely pineapple plant. Because when you go up, I do love that bench though, that is stunning. And again, this does well on a south facing wall, which is what this is. Smells like pineapple. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I can grow that in this country, this far north against the south facing wall. Absolutely loves it. So yeah, some quite old apple trees here. Just lovely, lovely long grass. And got some, my favourite there, Brother of Jack Frost. So yeah, as I said, we'll come that way and we'll walk through this little white garden there, but that is lovely. And the old Alchemilla mollis along here. Beautiful white rambling rose there. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, gorgeous. And then we come into with some big, I think, magnolias here, some huge magnolias, into a very shady area here. Again, I think I'll come back that way. There's a children's play area over there, so I'm not going to go over there. And there's a miniature railway here, which we should see in a bit. But I'm going to go along this lovely, shady little courtyard area here. This is absolutely delightful on a day like this. Very kind of tropical. Look at that lovely bench there. That lovely seat. Yeah. Oh, good old ace. Is that brilliantissimum? I think. And got yucca flowering very nicely there. Some more yuccas here that are not quite yet excuse me, flowering. Now then, yeah, so I don't want to go down there. So what I think I'll do is I'll just come back up here. Again, you might see me kind of keep changing direction as I just want to come back to the orchard and then go through this little path off the beaten track. Look at the scabious there, covered in bees and hoverflies. Absolutely amazing. And some white verbascum there, it's lovely. This is very nice. Very nice. Look at that. The sense that you get, it's just the mix again, and we got another pineapple. I don't know what they call it. It's not. It doesn't produce pineapples, but it just the flowers smell of pineapple. So it's kind of colloquially known as the pineapple tree. On the scent of this. Oh yes. Oh yeah, proper jasmine scented flowers there. On this is it Abelia? Not quite sure now. If you know what that is, please put it in my comment section. Some hydrangea coming out there. We've got some astilbes here. Look at these iris, absolutely stunning colour. And then the candelabra primulas are looking lovely, but they're just on the verge of finishing. But they still provide a lovely tapestry of colour there amongst the ferns and the hostas. Absolutely delightful. This big gunnerer here. As we've got a lovely little pond here, the stream flowing down into the river, and a nice shady seat under there. If I remember, could go up through there at some point, but I want to come back down here to where this lovely little pond is with the shell sculpture and the tortoise there. And we've got some damselflies, quite a lot of damselflies on here. Isn't that lovely? the blue of the hostel there. And then these lovely astilbes. Lovely froth right through summer. With the astilbes, they like a moist, bit of a shady, loving plant. And then we've got a load of daylilies just framing this path through here. Oh, and a lovely little picnic area there. That is lovely. Absolutely lovely. All these daylilies still to come. Another July is kind of the height for those, where there will be a mass. I do like these lovely dark purple with the yellow, vibrant yellow centre there. And so here we've got a couple of shell houses. And we've got, you can go on boating trips on the river there. And you've got a little miniature railway running past here. And then we'll go and have a look in those in a little bit. But of course, I'm saving the best for when I reveal to you this view along here. Just look at that for a view there. Let me zoom in. Absolutely stunning borders here at Newby Hall. They are famous for these herbaceous borders. They're some of the best in the country. And there's the house at the top, perfectly formed hall, absolutely gorgeous. And these borders carry on flowering well into September and October. They get better as the summer goes on. So yeah, just all out here. That's a classic view of Newby Hall. So yeah, so let's carry, oh yes, so we need to have a look in. I say in these shell houses. So, how ornate, how intricate is that? Eh? That is just amazing. How it's all been decorated with shells. Look at that. And now it's about that for framing the house there. Now let's just go and see the other one. Let's put that chain back on. I think I'll just film this from outside here. So you really do need to come here and actually look at this close up, because it's just an absolute work of art. It's just magical. And of course you can just sit down and chill if you want to. We'll have to say that. Just see if we get another view of the house up there. Fantastic. Through the window. So, as I said, there's a little miniature railway that comes along once every half hour. So we might catch it at some point. And then you can have a cruise, little cruise up the river. And then beautiful weeping willow there. Absolutely gorgeous. And then look at that. Another classic scene. Or classic shot rather of Newby Hall and its beautiful herbaceous borders. So yeah. Oh, we've got a canal barge now, just pulling in. Delightful. Just thinking if that's a train setting off that I heard. Well, we might see it as we walk through the gardens. So let me just zoom in again. Now there's not so many people here. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. That's a lovely breeze. Let's just go down across the railway track. Check to see there's no train coming to the beautiful River Ure. Look at that, with the classic weeping willow there. Absolutely stunning. What a stunning sight. In the beautiful county of North Yorkshire. Let's just say Yorkshire. Little shady seat with a view over the river there. If I wanted to have a sit down in the shade, that's the view there. Just listening to the wind whispering through the trees. But we have gardens to film. Well, Look at this geranium here. Absolutely stunning. South facing, so they put some kind of bit of a wildflower meadow in there. Wowza. Look at the geranium and the campanula. And again, these tall campanulas with the cornice there. It's just fantastic. Again, the cornice just coming to its end there. And again, the river looks a bit brown, but we have had some thunderstorms, so that's probably brought some silt down from the hills. Usually looks clearer than that at this time of year. So it's not pollution, it's not dirty, it's a perfectly natural process of when you get heavy rain especially, or when you get winter rains, a lot of silt gets washed down from the hills, so you get this kind of murky, sandy kind of colour, brown colour. There you go. Little trip up the river there. Another beautiful cornice. Oh, we've got the train is coming. The train is coming. Beep, beep. There we go. It's full. Look at that. Get that, absolutely full. Look at that. Fantastic. Can't beat a miniature train. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then it turns around just up there and then kind of goes back. So it's not a long one. Might get 2 or 3 journeys, I'm not sure. So this is the rock garden now. This is, just reading a little bit of information, has recently been refurbished, so I'm expecting to see a lot of Lovely rock garden plants here now. Doing well. And yes, compared to when I last came, this does seem to be a lot more. There's a lot more plants. There was virtually nothing really here other than a few tufts of grass when I last came. And you got this lovely stream here, again going down to the river. And then here's, again we're too late for it now, but here's the Laburnum Arch. So again, May time, and walk straight up there. Yeah. Sounds like the train's coming back, but we've seen it once. I just love this stream. Can you see it there? Yes. I just absolutely adore this stream here. Look at this, beautiful. There's a dissectum. That would look absolutely gorgeous come autumn. Wow. Wowza, wowza, wowza. And look at this lily here. This looks unreal. Jesus, this can't be real. This has got to be unreal. Look at that. Just look at that. It looks like somebody's painted that on. There's no scent, unfortunately, but just look at that colour. That is amazing. Again, if anybody knows what that is, please put it in the comments. Or the name of it. It's obviously a lily of some kind, but... And this lovely waterfall here. And the campanula there. And steps going back up into the garden there. Look at this white on this shady side of the wall. This lovely white campanula that's just brightening this whole area up. It's absolutely gorgeous. Wowza. And look at that. And look at the bees on it as well. As we come up here, I'm tempted to go up there, but I think I want to do the rock garden all on its own first. Yeah, there's so many new plants that have been put in. Yeah. Absolutely stunning. Again, this beautiful Acer here. Imagine that in autumn. And we've got some kind of rustic seating here. Cheers.
Do you want it down there?
This is really nice. Oh, really good job on this. I don't understand what all this climbing is.
Let's go down here.
I really like places where just one path and takes you all the way around it.
Yeah.
Rather than you having to go out your way to like,
Find every.
yeah.
Yeah. Were you like? So many parts of these.
Let's go along here. Just get see if we can get that as a possible thumbnail. With the rill there. Again, another beautiful dissectum in Acer there. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Beautiful. It's got that little bit of shade. And then something that looks a little bit more tropical, a little bit spinier. In a much sunnier position. I'm loving how they've used that kind of, I'm not sure if it's grown that way or if it's been blown over to form like an arch to walk under. Just what a delightful rock garden. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. We've got a hosta there. Some lovely blue hostas. Gunnera. Got a lovely water lily there. This is more like it. In virtually every crevice you've got something planted. Look at these again, more hostas. Campanula again. And that will self-seed itself into every crevice. I know because I've got it in my garden and you can't get rid of it. Or it's quite difficult to. So yeah, let's just walk over this bridge. Oh, that is just exquisite. Wowza. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Look at that. Do not walk on the bridge, so that's just for the train. Look at that bamboo, that's been there some years. That is quite spectacular, as people will know if you've watched some of my previous videos. I'm not a huge fan of bamboo, but in the right place, it can make a stunning statement.
Very interesting, isn't it?
Are you looking for the train? Is he looking for the train?
We've been on
Oh,
the
you've been on
train.
it? Okay.
That's how we spotted this. I'll see if you're doing over there. Don't drop anything in the
Cheers.
But if you go that way, you'll have.
So yeah, it can be a different view of the pond from here. And again, we've got some gunnerer, but this looks a bit smaller. This is more, if this is its maximum kind of height, I'm not sure if it's fully grown yet. Usually gunnerers finish flowering kind of September time, but this looks quite small for gunnerer at this time of year, going into July. So that's more like, this looks like a smaller leaved variety. Yeah. Just delightful. Just the odd water lily, not too many, you know, it's just because they will grow and spread over time, so you don't want to just chuck a load in, a mass of lilies and other water plants in, because they will very quickly take over. Oh. Thing is, I'm looking around, but it's a very uneven rock garden, so you've got to watch where you're going. Oh. Again, some candelabra primulas just coming towards their end. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. What a fantastic job, well done in refurbishing this. Oh, this still looks like there's a little bit to do here still. This is a bit empty, but that's what you want to see in a rock garden. You want to see anything that's not rock, and even a lot of the rock covered with plants. You don't want to see any soil at all, hardly. This lovely little scree bed here in this trough. How delightful is that? And hydrangeas coming out now. Again, they planted lovely white hydrangeas in the very shady part, just to lift, bring some light into the shade. Well, could go that way, but oh, look at that wind blowing some petals off there. Look at this old grindstone here. And again, another little scree garden in a trough there. That just adds a little extra to it. It's fantastic. Just a little extra attention to detail. And more daylilies. Beautiful colour, that. Again, we're back under this fantastic acer. It's absolutely amazing. And again, you can see all this is newly planted. You've got astilbes, you've got tiarellas, Brunner of Jack Frost, you've got primulas, yeah, I say astilbes, absolutely fantastic. So, as we come up from the rock garden down there, and then we come under these beautiful rose arches here. Looks like could be Rambling Rector there. Wow. Absolute, on the scent, it just hangs in the air. Just hangs in the air. And just these little shady inlets there. Oops, pulling the petals off. Yeah, subtle scent on that one. This lovely little kind of bandstandy thing there, and then this classic bit of kind of Grecian or Roman-esque amphitheatre thing. And then we look back down to the rose arbour there. Absolutely stunning. Let me just zoom in. Can't see again, the sun's come out. Just absolutely lovely. And then we've got these steps to go up. So but are we going to go up the steps, or am I going to turn off left or right here? Let's have a little look. I think I'm going to turn off. Because you come to these magnificent cornice trees with the bracts. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then we've got this little path that you can go along here. Don't know where it goes. Where's it taking you? Into a secret garden. I love it. Absolutely love it. I must admit, this is one of my favourite gardens in the country, I think. And look at these corners here. Look at that. Look at the grey leaves on that. That is absolutely stunning. And again, the hoverflies around that are just having a field day. Oh yes. I think that's a Philadelphus that's just coming to the end of its flowering phase. Flowers. Look at this hydrangea. And the cornice again, and look at this little beauty here. Wowzer. Absolute wowzer of a tree. Look at that. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Isn't that just stunning? And then this one here. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. Will you just look at that? I can't stop looking at it. It's just fantastic. Let's go into here. Past these lovely, lovely. Oh, and the scent from these. Oh, 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 absolutely stunning scent. What is that? That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Just look at that. Just look at that. Wow. Absolute wowzer. And then look at this dark, this copper beech hedge, dark, dark hedge. So, and butterflies in here. Let's go clockwise. Oh, look at this. Oh, oh, different again. Different again. And then this white one. It's like being back at David Austin Roses, but with a wider range of plants. Not such a wider range of roses, but a wider range of plants altogether. Just what a combination. Those large campanulas there, and this beautiful, beautiful rose. Not particularly well scented, that one. Yeah, this could do with a bit of deadheading. Is this Queen of Sweden? Yeah, smells like it. Beautiful. lovely. Beautiful. Yeah. She's lovely, Queen of Sweden, and she's so upright, and you know, so it's quite good for a narrow border or the back of a border. The hoverflies on the Rosa alba there. Absolutely stunning. Let me go out of this one because there's some more roses here. Look at this. So delicate. Slight scent, not very strong, but beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Again, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Thumbnail after thumbnail after thumbnail. Just stunning. And of course, if you haven't guessed, we are back on the beautiful herbaceous borders there. Look at that. That is just so exquisite. Absolutely beautiful. So I think though that we go over here, we have another little walled garden to go into. And look at this smoke bush here. Just look at that smoke bush there. Whereas that other garden was surrounded by hedges. I'm loving the grey leaf plants there, even in that shady area. Then here we go into a lovely, lovely walled garden. Beautiful brickwork there. We've got some chrysanthemums coming up, or dahlias, whichever one they are. Got some lovely, lovely monarda here. Absolutely stunning red. And then imagine that's newly planted because it's not filled that frame yet, that clematis there. Look at these campanula, and then the stocks, I think. Look at the blue on that salvia, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And again, another little seat with a view there. We've got penstemon, they'll carry right through until September, October, maybe even November, as will the Verbena bonariensis. Salvias. Absolutely stunning. Well, I've said it once, but I'll say it again. If you're enjoying this walk today in these beautiful gardens, please do subscribe and like this video and share. Look at this. Again, salvia, Cambridge blue. Lovely, lovely blue colour of that. That is just gorgeous. And then we can come out here, back onto this path again. So we can look towards the house again. Just a beautiful, perfectly proportioned house. It's just fantastic. Really is stunning. Just do a 360. Just want to go back this way just to zoom into that view again. While it's clear, there's nobody there. I just want to zoom in down there. Isn't that just fabulous? What a shot. What a beautiful view. So let's go back this way now through these. What is this? That is lovely. Look at that. And again, the hoverflies and the bees are loving it. We've got catmint there. We've got this lovely blue teasel. Eryngium, isn't it? Is it eryngium? Not erigeron. Eryngium, I think it is. As we come back into that garden, but we can actually walk around the edge of it as well. Play hide and seek. Oh, Mr. Blackbird is disappearing. Just look at this. I have no idea what this is, but it's beautiful, whatever it is. And again, the hoverflies are absolutely all over it. And again, we're back at these fantastic corners. Again, I'm loving how they mow the pass through and let a lot of the grass grow long now. It's lovely. Look at that. The sunlight coming through it. Wow, look at that, climbing up that tree there. I wonder if that's Rambling Rector. Whenever I see a white rose that big, for me it's Rambling Rector. It might not be, but I'm not sure. Again, it's a lovely wildflower meadow. Just the insects buzzing on that. Just masses and masses of life in there. I've got a bit of an information panel here. Oh, Newby Hall ferry disaster. So I'll let you pause on that if you want to read that. Just look at that. Just look at those roses. Looking absolutely perfect. Very faint smell there. But what a place to sit and chill. Hey. What a place to have a picnic. And here we are again, back on that main avenue. do a 360. Just how gorgeous is that? It's a beautiful road. That is really, really stunning. Newly planted area there. Some lovely smoke bushes there. Oh, let's go up here. I always like to, if I see a path going up a hill, I kind of almost have to take it. Wow. Just how the trees are planted, just giving you views through into the different gardens that are still quite, quite private. And here's a very rustic seat with a view. Oh. And what a view, 1 hour 8 minutes. Yeah. This video may be about 1.5 hours long, I'm thinking. We shall see. So I went through there, didn't I? Penstemon there. Another young cornice here. Another Philadelphus. Oh yes. It's just a gorgeous, such a gorgeous scent. Just coming to the end now, June. Flowers. Actually, I'm going to go around here. So that's the shop and the exit building there. So I'm just going up here to the high ground. Wow. Wow. Wowza, wowza. A bit more there. That is so lovely. Beautiful, beautiful England. How stunning can you be? Look at that. You've got a copper beach behind, and this one here is even darker. It's kind of almost black. Let's just go up and have a close-up look at these leaves. Just look at that. You couldn't get much blacker than that. And the underside is a lovely kind of coppery brown colour. Absolutely stunning tree. And then there's the view from this seat here along there. And if you go along here, bench commemorating Queen Elizabeth. Got a little shady bit there, it seems like. Let me just take a little look through here. Yeah, we've got another kind of wildflower meadow here. Oh wow, I'm glad I came along here because look at that for a thumbnail. That might just be the thumbnail on today's video. Isn't that just a picture? Wow. Wouldn't you just love to be able to afford to live there? Absolutely stunning. Yeah. But let's go back along here. Along this relatively newly planted holly hedge. This is where you come for the house tours. But as I say, we haven't, we're not going to go around the house because I've done that a couple of times before. And very nice it is as well. There's the private drive for the owners. And then this is where you wait for the house tours. Absolutely beautiful. A big, huge magnolias over there. What a lovely, lovely door. And then we come through this lovely arch here. Under this beautiful magnolia to see this classic Baroque front. And I think we have a walnut tree. No, it's not. It's a magnolia. Sometimes they do look the same. I should have noticed by the shoots on the end. It's not a walnut. It's a magnolia. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Just thumbnail after thumbnail after thumbnail. Hey. Isn't that just amazing? What an amazing garden and a beautifully proportioned house. It's a lovely potentilla here. Look at these beautiful water lilies here. Again, another thumbnail there. Just stunning. Just absolutely stunning. And I love these seats. These are beautiful. They've been painted this lovely cream colour. And the campanula just contrasting pale blue, mauvey kind of lilac-y colour against the cream. Absolutely stunning. That rose scent. Everyone's a thumbnail even after the sun's gone in. Now, I'm not sure, but I think this is probably a gate round here. I think it's private. Or maybe not. Seems to be open. This is an aspect I've not seen before. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. There's a ha-ha there, I think. You see the river beyond and the beautiful Yorkshire landscape in the distance. It's just delightful. Well, there's a private sign there, so obviously you are allowed to walk here. I think I would probably want a door to open up into this area. This is obviously north facing. So yeah, I think we've got a thrush there on the field. Roses are just to die for. Rose alba, look at that. There'll be some lovely hips on this in a 2 or 3 months' time. And again, another lovely Philadelphus there. Oh, you can smell that. A beautiful mock orange scent. Let's just zoom into the river over there. Oh my God, it's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let's just go on to there. Although maybe it's kind of northwest facing. Something's climbing up the trees there, it looks lovely. And then they've got stables there. Fantastic big horse chestnuts. Just fantastic. And a beautiful house. Baroque. I think it's 1600s, I think. Again, you have to look. If you're interested, please Google Newby Hall. I'm sure you'll find plenty of information on there. It is a stunning house. It's not particularly huge as country houses go, but it's beautiful, perfectly formed house as far as I'm concerned. Everything is in proportion. Even the top windows, if you look at how they go up, and then the top windows just fit into that top floor perfectly. The big kind of Greco-Roman let's stand right in the corner there. See if we can get it all in. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, look at that. Amazing. The roses, the lavender, the potentilla, it's just delightful, absolutely delightful. Wow, another thumbnail. Oh yes. Oh yes. Looks like tour has just finished. That's the door you come out of. The end of the tour. Oh, look at this. I just want to come and film this every day. Loving the white with a bit of yellow, with the yellow daylilies, and then the beautiful geraniums, the purple, the lupins. Ouch, that's biting me a bit, whatever that was. Might have been a horsefly. But yeah, it's just, and the potentilla. Yeah, absolutely fabulous. And look at this huge blue spruce. Absolutely stunning. I knew there was another little secret garden somewhere. Not sure how long I've got left of my battery, so I'm on the lookout for it coming up saying, 10% or whatever. But oh, look at that. Get that little garden there. Little scree garden. Wow. Lots of alliums that have just gone over. Wow, look at this. This is just stunning. Those standard roses there are just to die for. Let's just go around the edge. Wow, look at that. Just look at that. Just look at the colour of these delphiniums here. Isn't that just amazing colour? And again, the hoverflies around that are just having a field day. Getting attacked by all sorts here today. And these lovely rustic brick paths, and then this lovely York stone. I think this looks quite new actually, although unless it's just been cleaned, because it's not got a lot of moss or anything on it. Look at these perfect standards here. This lovely rose. Absolutely beautiful. That's where I came in. I think that's a China rose. They do tend to keep flowering all summer, really. It's just fantastic display. We've got this lovely, I do like this lovely pink geranium here. Then we've got this purple sage, I think it is, which is going to flower later on. And there'll be lots of bees and butterflies on that. Just an absolute delight. Just the different foliage as well, the contrast in the different foliages, the different colours, different textures, different shapes, as well as the flowers. It just all works so well together. It's just, this has got to be one of the top gardens in the country. It's just an amazing garden. Look at that. Lovely, lovely. And again, these little, not sure what succulents, aren't they? Very gravelly soil. Right. One hour 24. I think I'm now going to walk back to the restaurant area and have a drink, because I am getting thirsty. Look at that. Fantastic. So I'm going to walk along here. And then there's another path that's been put through there to give another view of the house. It's just delightful. This is all quite new planting, I would imagine. Just lovely. Again, that could be a cedar of Lebanon, that. I'm not sure actually now looking at it. Looks like it's got the cedar of Lebanon shape, but it's, the foliage looks a bit too blue for me, but maybe it is. Oh yes. Oh yes. Beauty bush. Little scent, subtle scent. And again, the house that way. east. There looking south. Beautiful. And there looking west. But we're going to walk down now, back to the restaurant, to the cafe. And just have a look at these borders as we go down, how full they are and how floriferous they are. And even though they look really very floriferous now, come back in a month's time, all this will be out as well. The sedums will beginning to flower by the end of July into August, quite possibly. All these here that aren't in flower at the moment will come out. So really from late spring to late summer, this herbaceous border is just an absolute joy to behold. It really is a stunning creation. An absolutely stunning creation. Well, this is not out yet. This is not flowering yet. Just and then we come to this lovely chill out area with the roses clambering across the road there. And there's the entrance and the exit. Thing is, when I go over to one side, I immediately turn around and I want to come back over to the other side. So these borders are meant to be walked very, very slowly as you admire the plants and the design, how they mingle into each other, and the colours either contrast or complement each other. Oh yeah, so I forgot about this one. There's another walk through here, but that just kind of goes into a bit of a wooded area, which is beautiful and cool. That is so lovely. But then here you've got this kind of silver area with a bit of a sculpture there. So let's just have a quick look at this. So just taking that view again. This ornamental pear. Anemone is just about to flower. Wow, look at that. Again, that's quite a fusty smell. So we've got some early asters there. Ah, this is obviously a new section that they've recently planted.
We are currently dealing with bindweed, a vicious weed that smothers other plants with its twining stems.
Once we're confident that we have
Fully
fully
removed, we'll
removed,
replant.
we will replant.
Happy gardening.
They're having trouble with a rather invasive weed.
I'm sure you heard that, but just in case you want to read it, that's why they're. This is empty at the moment. Look at the delphiniums at the back there, just absolutely stunning. Isn't that just delightful? Isn't that just delightful? These big poppies here, look at that. Just look at that. Beautiful colour. One last look on standard lens. One last look down there on standard lens. And then back to wide angle. Lovely big rhododendron up there. Ooh. Let's go and have a look at this white garden. Look at these lilies here. Just look at that. Beautiful. Lovely, look at that. That is a picture. Isn't that just delightful? Eh? Let's have a smell at these beautiful lilies. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, just I wish I had smell-o-vision. I just wish I had smell-o-vision. Again, Philadelphus there. It's very white, grey kind of planting. And then as we come into, look at that old door there. What's this say? Let's have a look.
Prison and led to the...
This door was in Newby.
So just pause that if you want to read that.
Escaped on 34 1724. Jack Shepherd was born in 1770.
Lovely abelia here.
And he soon turned to sex and high road lobby.
Right, I think I'm going to finish off just here. I'm not going to go in, but there is a doll's house exhibition in one of these buildings. Can't remember, I think it's this one at the end, not sure now. And then there's kind of a teddy bear display down there for the kids. So yeah, I'm now going to finish here, and Again, some beautiful roses, even on that kind of north-facing wall there. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this walk today at Newby Hall Gardens. And I'm now going to have a drink in the cafe stroke restaurant there. So from Newby Hall in North Yorkshire, I will say bye for now. Bye for now.